Kopy.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's another segment of Raespodcast. Appreciate you tuning in today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend.
Hey,
We're about
dude,
to jump
stop
right
that hot
into
shit.
it because I know it's a lot that everybody's been asking me about the NBA free agency, trades, draft, and we still got one more team that's undefeated in the NFL. So what it is and what it ain't. You don't like what I gotta say? Join the debate now. Let's talk about the NBA free agency. Started last week. We knew that going to the draft that a lot of things were going to happen. We heard the trade rumors with a lot of teams. We heard reports of people trying to get their money. And by all means, players do what you got to do. But the very first thing that came out that caught my attention is really James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook wants out. He wants to be traded. We've seen reports that he may go to Charlotte. Michael Jordan wants him to be in Charlotte. You know, the Jordan brand. He wants to get his player, but he just drafted LaMelo. He already has Devontae Graham, and he already has Terry Rozier. I don't see how that's going to work by adding Russell Westbrook. If anybody's going to be getting traded from Charlotte, it's going to be Terry Rozier. Devontae's not going anywhere. He's their guy. LaMelo's going to be their guy. And if you want Russell to be there, I mean, you can make it happen, but I just don't see three of those guards playing. Devontae's not coming off the bench. Melo's not coming off the bench. And Terry might be the guy that has to be traded. I've seen reports that he may get traded to the Clippers. We'll see where it goes with
Raespodcast Podcast. RAES Podcast. Raespodcast. That's what you need to be thinking about right now. Sports talk, good debate, betting picks, even predictions on all sports. Go to YouTube right now. Type in Raespodcast. Subscribe to the channel. What it is and what it ain't. You don't like what I gotta say? Join the debate. And while you're at it, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
down the line, but I don't know. That's a little tricky right there on the Russell Westbrook trade. I saw that they were saying that they was going to trade him to the Wizards for John Wall head up. That didn't go anywhere. Reports just came out today that general manager is talking about that he's going to keep John and and Bradley together. So that's staying like that. But the James Harden thing, James Harden wants out. Now, I don't know the real reason why he wants out. I've seen reports saying that because the general manager supports Trump. I saw that he just wants out. He wants to go to a different team. He wants to play with Kevin Durant. They said that him and Kevin Durant met up in LA 2 weeks ago talking about playing together. I don't know the real truth to that, but what I do know from just on the outside looking in is I don't think it would be a good trade for Brooklyn. I don't think Brooklyn trading for James Harden would be a good trade. I don't, because you're going to have to give up some pieces. You're going to have to give up some pieces in order to get James Harden. He's that type of player. The Rockets, their organization, they want players back. They don't just want to start over. They're going to want Karis LeVert. They're going to want Spencer Dinwiddie, Jared Allen, and maybe a pick or another player. That's three key people. You know, Karis LeVert is a great, talented player. And Spencer Dinwiddie and Jared Allen is coming to his own way. He's going to be – I've always spoke highly of Jared Allen. I said when he can figure it out down the line, I could see him being an all-star. I don't think it's a right trade. I know you want to go all in. I know they want to go all in. Kyrie, Kevin Durant, James Harden. Everybody's like, "Ooh, it's going to be crazy. You can't stop them. It's too much offense. Like, what you going to do?" I understand that, but you need a team to win a championship. And I'm not saying that they can't get to the finals. I'm not saying that they can't, but I just don't like it. I don't think Brooklyn should give up all those pieces to get that one player. Stick with the team that you got. Kevin Durant and Kyrie have a great supporting cast around them. Karis LeVert can possibly play all-star potential. Maybe he can be an all-star this year. I don't think that should go. I don't think they should trade for James Harden, but we'll see what happens in the near future. He still wants out. Time will tell. The season starts next month. Moving along. Next team I'm going to talk about is the Clippers. The Los Angeles Clippers. They lost Montrez. Montrez is now with the Lakers. A highlight that I saw that he went to the real LA team. Some people saying it only happened because of Clutch Sports. Well, I want to speak about here to let you know the only reason why Montrez left, in my opinion, is because we heard the trade rumors during the season. We heard it in the bubble that they were trying to get another big man. And I don't know the tweet word from word, but if you can go, basically, I'm going to sum it up. Montrez in the bubble, inside the bubble, he tweeted basically like, all right, bet. Like, that's how y'all feel? Okay, keep that same energy. And I think he kept that in the back of his mind. And people saying that it's just the business. It ain't the business for Kevin Durant to be in the trade rumors. It's not the business for, it's not in the business for LeBron to be in the trade rumors. And now you might have looked at me right now and said, well, Montrez he's not on that level with those two guys that you named, but he was the sixth man of the year. Sixth man of the year. He did his thing for the Clippers. Now, granted things happen in the playoffs, but things that's the nature of the game. That's basketball. I think Clutch Sports may have something to do with it, but Montrez is trying to go get that championship. He wants to get that ring. I don't know what was going on in the Clippers locker room. We heard a lot of reports that, they all looked at Paul George funny after he gave his speech after they lost. Sometimes people said that they didn't like the way how Kawhi can take games off. I don't know. I'm not pinpointing on it. I'm not saying any of that is true. I'm just telling you from what I read. But Montrez is now with the Lakers, and he wants to win a championship. Clippers saying that they got something up their sleeve. They better make something happen. Now, they picked up Serge Ibaka. They got Serge Ibaka back there with Kawhi Leonard. That was a good pickup. I still think you should have kept Trez. I think you should have kept Trez. Not saying that Trez is better than Ibaka. Ibaka's better than Trez. I think you should have kept Trez on that roster, on that squad. We haven't seen no really moves from them. They traded Shamet to the Brooklyn Nets. That's another great pickup. That's what I'm saying. Like, the Nets is over there. They're cooking up something. They have shooters. They got signed back Joe Harris. They're doing their thing over there in Brooklyn. But Kyrie and Kevin Durant, they're gonna be trying to go after the East this year. But Clippers better do something. I know, like I said earlier, they're gonna trade for Terry Rozier. That's cool. But I still don't think that's enough to compete with the Los Angeles Lakers. And I'm gonna get on the Lakers right now because what they got going on right now is it's crazy. What the Lakers got going on right now it's unbelievable. Clippers need to make some moves happen. They got a new coach here, Kawhi Leonard. You have to make things happen. You did all of that all in the off seasons. Everybody was picking for the Clippers to come out the West, and now it's looking like everything is upside down. Everything is upside down for the Clippers. You're not in the right position to win the West. You're not. Not right now, no. You didn't make any big-time moves. Serge is there, my opinion. And the Clippers will make the playoffs. Yes, they will make the playoffs, but the West is getting stronger. They better do something or they're going to be in that bottom. The Clippers may be fighting for fifth or sixth because Phoenix is coming and Golden State is coming and the Blazers are coming. Like, the Clippers better do something. They better make some moves happen. Lakers looking like they possibly about to go back to back. And since I'm talking about the Lakers right now, I'll just get it out of the way. I was trying to save it for later. The Los Angeles Lakers. Now, if you've been following my podcast, I've been saying that last year that was LeBron's best team. Scratch that now, because the team that he has now is unbelievable. They picked up Dennis Schroeder, backup. The backup, he may be a starter, but he was the runner-up sixth man of the year. People were saying that the Lakers team last year was old and Rondo was old. We saw Rondo do this thing. If you'd like to listen to more of my podcasts, go to Raespodcast on the Anchor app, on the podcast app, on Spotify. I'm on all platforms. Make sure you follow my Instagram at Raespodcast. Same thing for my YouTube channel at Raespodcast. I'm here with you daily. What it is and what it ain't. If you don't like what I got to say, join the debate. Cap. Shout out to Rondo. Rajon Rondo did his thing with the Lakers, brought him a championship, and now he wanted to get paid. His market value was high for what he when he produced with the Lakers. Go get your money, man. You possibly going to be retiring soon. Go ahead and play with Atlanta Hawks. 15 million, 2 years, and you get the mentor Trae Young. Shout out to Rajon Rondo for getting that contract. But the Lakers upgraded and got a younger Rondo. Now, if you go back and when Dennis Schroeder first got drafted, and you know how they do the similarities of the players of who you play like or who they think your game is like, anything. They said that Dennis Schroeder was a Rajon Rondo. These are facts. I remember when Schroeder got drafted. They said that. So Lakers got a younger Rondo. Everybody was talking junk about Danny Green. Now on my podcast, in my previous sections, I said it was all on Danny. Now Danny missed that three. I couldn't speak anything for Danny anymore. People was already talking junk about him the whole season. But I spoke highly on Danny because I believe Danny is a winner. He missed that three. He is getting older. But he did help the Lakers win a championship. He did. He was a piece. He did his job. That's the thing. A lot of people don't understand. It takes a team to win a championship, and even to the practice players. Everybody has their job, and Danny helped the Lakers win a championship. Yes, he was one of the pieces that helped them, but they traded him away, and they picked up Wesley Matthews, a younger player, defender. And now some people are saying he's a better shooter than Danny. I'm not going to say he's a better shooter than Danny. I'm not going to say Danny's a better shooter than him. I'm just going to say they upgraded to a younger, hungrier player. Wesley Matthews over there. That's Kopy. That's crazy right there. So they picked up Wesley Matthews from the Bucks. And they didn't even stop there. They picked up Trez. They got Montrez. They said, no, I still don't even believe. I still can't even believe that happened, how they were able to pull that off. They got Montrez. They got rid of, they didn't, the White's no longer there. So now you got a younger player. See, this is the thing. Now these guys are going to be on the same team with LeBron James. So they're already talented. But now you're playing with a guy like that, your game is going to elevate. It's going to go over the top now. You're going to play better or the game is going to be easier for you than it was before because you got a guy like LeBron James with high IQ and, the best player in the league right now. And then you're going to be on the same team with Anthony Davis. Everything is going to be easy for them. And they signed back KCP. KCP deserves his contract. He deserves it. KCP was the third guy. He was the third guy for the Lakers. He was. He showed up, or him or Rondo, however you want to put it. But KCP did his thing. So they signed back all these players, and they traded JaVale McGee. They got Jordan Bell for Alfonso McKinney, who's good. He can play. And they got Jordan Bell. So, the Lakers picking up pieces, and they're not done. They're not done because they got Marc Gasol. The Lakers is the complete team. And see, Anthony Davis haven't signed his contract yet. He's going to be a Laker, but he's just waiting on to see what Giannis is going to do. Because if Giannis don't sign a big extension contract, the Lakers are going to pay Anthony Davis probably a 2-year deal. And he's going to get paid, but then they're working out a way to give Giannis that big contract next year when he becomes a free agent. So the Lakers aren't done. They aren't done. So if anybody's wondering why Anthony Davis is taking so long to sign his contract, he's going to come back to the Lakers, but just waiting to see what Giannis is going to do. And it's chestnut checkers. They're trying to take it back to the days when Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Kareem, oh, man. Shout out to my boy Troy. He said, I don't even want to think about that. That's going to be crazy if they get Giannis. And if they do get Giannis, the Lakers get Giannis Antetokounmpo, might be seeing a 4P. I'm already saying it right now. I'm banking it right now. The Los Angeles Lakers are going to win the championship next year. They're going to go back-to-back. When LeBron first got to the Lakers, I said he's for sure going to get one. It's for sure. That was no doubt in my mind. I said two possible, because he has Anthony Davis, a young, talented player. I didn't expect him to make these big moves that they did. And then I said, in order to three-peat, it's tough to three-peat. Not everybody can three-peat. I thought they were going to keep the same players on the team for 2 years, And I thought the third year, that's when it was going to make all these moves. But they're already doing it right now. And they signed Trez to a 2-year. They got Schroeder there. They got Marc Gasol there for 1 year. They're doing a thing right now. The Los Angeles Lakers aren't done. They aren't done.
Hey, Dose, drop that hot shit.
Kopy.